Hey guys, all right, so I'm taking my classic turkey meatloaf recipe, which I use a ton of vegetables in. Today I'm gonna use zucchini, spinach, diced up carrots. I'm gonna use portobello mushrooms to keep it nice and moist, onion, Worcestershire sauce, and instead of making it in a loaf, I'm gonna make them in muffin tins. Meatloaf muffins, exactly. And then at the same time, I'm actually going to do roasted broccoli, which will need, I have lemon, garlic, yeah, I do it the cheat way, garlic, and also olive oil. So this is gonna be like my meal prep for the week. Join me. Do is prep the veggies because we're gonna need to saute the onions and the mushrooms to get them started. And what I'll do is I'll dice these in the KitchenAid, and then I'm also gonna shred up the zucchini, and I'm gonna rinse the mushrooms, dice them up, and we'll get them in the saute pan. View for your viewing pleasure. Here we go. I'm gonna chop up some spinach. I'm just gonna add all the veggies, you guys. There we go. Gotta rinse these mushrooms. Nobody likes dirty mushrooms. And we'll get them on the stove, sauteing with the onions. There. Woo! We're gonna saute the onions and the mushrooms just for like 5 minutes in a little bit of olive oil. And I am going to then shred up the zucchini, and I'm gonna just chop up like a rough chop of the spinach, just because I wanna have some spinach in here. I want as many veggies as possible. I'm not sure about the carrots yet. I might have so much. Look at that, that's a lot. And I only have, I think, 1.25 pounds of turkey meat. Sometimes I double my meatloaf recipe, but because I'm doing these meatloaf muffins for the first time, I just want to see how they come out. So we'll let this saute for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and shred up the zucchini. Veggies prepped. I just took the mushrooms and onions off the stove, so they're gonna cool for a minute. Look at all this. I have the spinach, the zucchini in here. By the way, I did add garlic to the mushroom and onion mix. So sometimes I add shredded Parmesan cheese to this recipe when I make the meatloaf itself in the bigger loaf. And sometimes I even dice up some sun-dried tomatoes that come in the oil. Those are so good. But today I'm just gonna stick with gluten-free breadcrumbs because you need something to help like act as a binder. I'm gonna add the Worcestershire sauce, some ketchup, and I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. And today I decided that I'm gonna add a little bit of Dijon mustard, just to give it some flavor. So I went ahead and I prepped my baking tin. I just put a light coat of canola oil on the inside, and we're gonna mix all of this together. So preheat the oven to 425, and then I'm gonna prep the broccoli. You guys, I'm scrubbing in. Mixing is my favorite part. All right, so like I said, you could always add more turkey meat. You know, I'm just a family of one over here. So I just used the 1.5 pounds. I do like to go heavy on the Worcestershire sauce. That's just me. I think it adds a lot of great flavor. So this mixture of the veggies, that's the mushrooms and the onions, is still a little bit warm. No problemo. We're gonna add some ketchup. It's like a science project or an art project. What else? I'm gonna get in there. Oh my gosh, see, this is why I don't often cook. The mess to behold. I'm gonna get in here, I'm gonna mix this up. And of course I realized that I had forgotten to put in the breadcrumbs. We need the breadcrumbs, some kind of binder. I did gluten-free, I didn't want to put any dairy in this, but we're gonna mix these, mold them, and plop them in here. Get in there, people, don't be shy. Get all those veggies mixed in. Just like that. I'm gonna top these off with a little bit of ketchup too, I think. These will bake for about 30 minutes. Okay, so for the broccoli, oops, spoon down. It's just garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, and salt. We're gonna roast the broccoli for 15 to 20 minutes. So I already have the little mini meatloafs in the oven now because they need a head start. And then you take the broccoli out, and if you wanna add shredded Parmesan, go for it. I'm trying to avoid dairy right now, so I'm just gonna stick with the roasted broccoli. So I'm just gonna coat this, eyeballing everything here, which I shouldn't do because I'm not a great cook. And I'm just squeezing some lemon juice on there. All right, and because I like the easy way when it comes to garlic, hey, at least I'm getting a hot meal on the table for myself. Sprinkle with some salt. And then I'm gonna just put some parchment paper on a cookie sheet and spread these out in an even layer. You can just rub it down with some oil or spray the pan, but I'm just gonna use parchment paper. And then we're gonna get these in the oven. We're gonna pepper these when they come out because I've read that broccoli loves pepper. Tigers don't. Tigers like cinnamon. They hate pepper. Broccoli loves pepper. Add the mighty meatballs in there because they need a head start. And now I'm adding the broccoli and I'm gonna set the timer for 30 minutes. 20 minutes, I meant 20. Oh my God, you guys. It's such a nightmare. Minka, is this what dogs see? Damn, dogs and little kids. I guess I know what I'm doing after I cook. It's looking good. But look at this, the things you find. Like, what are you doing here? Yeah, in the kitchen. Let's put you where you belong. And also, I don't understand how people like Giada and whoever are all fancy and dressed up. I'm about to put a t-shirt on. It is so hot. This is a lot of work, you guys. I don't know what food tastes like when it's made from frustration. I'll let you know. I feel like a whole new person. A whole new person. So much happening in this kitchen. I'm just saying. All right, let's check the mighty, mighty meatballs, shall we? Here we go. Oh, hey. These look pretty good, you guys. Meatballs, muffin, meatloaf, and broccoli. Pretty good. Okay, so this was a lot of work, but I'm gonna give it a try. First, let's start with the broccoli. Major thumbs up. Now, let's try the meatball. Okay, see that steam? I had a little more ketchup. You know what? You know what? You know what? I ditched this process, but this is actually very delicious and flavorful. Total win-win on this. This is a win. I'm getting lots of veggies, protein. It's a hot meal. I love it. So good. Probably my fave. Probably my fave.